All right, everybody, welcome to another Legacy Boardroom AMA. We are here with GYEN official. They're going to talk about their project a little bit with us. Welcome, guys, Bobby and Dex in Texas. Welcome to the channel. I'll get started with you guys, perhaps introducing yourselves and introducing a little bit about the project, and we can go from there.
Sounds good.
Which one of you want to go first, Texas or Bobby, or which wants to go first to introduce the project and talk a little bit more about yourself?
I can do a quick introduction for and then just let Texas take over. But I've worked with Jerry for 3 years now. I think it's definitely been 2 years. I know that for sure. But I've known him for a long time, and we actually did work on 2 fast projects in the past together. And if you're curious what they are, one was called Banker's Dream, and then the other one was called Moonrock, and they both were fast as well, but they had their own, their own twist to it and whatnot. And so I kind of just had the idea that, well, I've already got experience in this sector already, and then there's really no certain trend in the market right now. It only made sense to start up another fast project, because ultimately the entire purpose of a fast is you're creating a community portfolio, and the funds are utilized into giving back to your holders or back to the project, depending on however you set it up. So whereas for us, we didn't do any reflections or rewards, because all of our profits from the community portfolio, they're gonna keep getting bought back into the chart, right? Because sometimes the issue that some projects have, especially at a lower market cap, is if you're doing a reward system, it's good on paper, but once you go through it, it's kind of hard to keep the chart at a good growth, because, well, the rewards are coming directly through the chart, right? So that means you need to have a sell-off on the chart in order to get the tokens out from there, and then hand them back to the holders and whatnot. So we don't want to go through that route. So we figured if someone does want to kind of get reflections or rewards, that'll be through staking. And our staking will go live on Saturday. We'll post more information on our channel in regards to staking. But long story short, the entire purpose is community portfolio. That's where all the tax money goes towards. If you have specific tax questions, we have the Devin here as well, and he can kind of break it down. But essentially, it's just a community portfolio. We have a dashboard on our website where you can see lifetime, how much has been bought back, how much profits we're in, how much is in our wallet currently, and whatnot. And every single profit we make is always going to get bought back right into the chart. So, there's plays that we're doing based off of scalping. So, quick 3-5% gains, or there's also plays that we're swinging long. So, holding stuff for a longer period of time and, kind of getting those 50%, 60% gains, and they'll obviously be a lot larger. And over time, as the wallet grows larger and larger, even those 5-10% scalping plays on a daily basis, you're looking at about, close to $1,000, $500,000 worth of buybacks on a daily basis, and then that's kind of the entire purpose of creating fast. So there's really no other sector that I could really think of in current market that I thought would be hot, because you could do another meme project, but there's really not much reliability in terms of how long it can stay alive for. Whereas for this is more of, tried making it as least risky for people to buy in, because of the whole fast concept, and I
Yeah, and
believe it's one of
you're
those
diversifying, right?
on the whole.
You're
Yeah,
the vice. And these projects,
yeah,
you
of
guys
course.
have any idea of? Have you guys thought about whether you're going to be buying like BSC projects, Ethereum? Are you going to go more mainstream, like investments you'd find on Binance, for example, or are you going to mix them up? What are your plans on as far as like the projects that you're going to be investing on? Is it just ICOs, IDOs? How's that going to
Yeah,
go?
so our dev has actually already done the math. So we already have, our tokenomics are set up in a way where we already have taken the steps needed in case we do partner up with a project and we want to, kind of buy into a project on BSC, just a random altcoin project that we think has lots of potential. So, it's not just the mainstream cryptos. We also are looking
Mm-hmm.
into altcoin as well. But, obviously with those, the risk is a lot bigger because, they're a lot more volatile. So, those are going to be a lot more, we've got to be a lot more careful with those. But we have already done tokenomics set in a way where we do want to partner up with, larger altcoin projects where we believe they're going to go a lot higher. So those are always being looked into, but mainly it's kind of cryptos and, either scalping or playing them for a longer period of time, and obviously diversifying the wallet. So it's not like you're full porting everything into one thing and then, next thing you know, something dumps. Entire fast wallet is emptied out now, right? Because that's kind of going against the entire purpose of the project. And
Of
just
course,
as a
yeah.
background, my expertise, I guess you could say, is literally in the stock market or crypto in general. I run a literal full-fledged trading platform. I've been doing it for close to 2 to 3 years now. Initially started with stocks, and then I kind of made my way over to crypto. Now I just do both. But till this day, I run a full trading platform for stocks on StockTwits and Discord. And so that's where I met many of the guys from this project. They kind of met me through stocks, and then we kind of expanded into crypto, and then we were like, well, we've got good success at fast,
And by
in the
just
recent
to be
past,
sure,
might as well start another one.
and by platform, you mean like you have like a Discord group where you kind of do like technical analysis and check out stocks that might be worth buying, and you guys kind of discuss between yourselves, and now you're doing that in crypto as well. Wait,
Yeah,
in
it's
the gist.
it's like full fledged. I'll post any stocks that I like or any options that I'm liking, whatnot, and then kind of make like a whole analysis on why I'm buying it, where I think it's reasonable to sell or whatnot. And I've been doing this for a few years now, and and until this day I do it. So it's not just altcoins that I do. It's I'm working on stocks as well. So the entire concept of trading is something that everyone part of our team is very familiar with. So that's why I feel fairly confident with a community portfolio being ran by the team, because that's kind of what that is what they literally do, right? So whether for scalping or swinging, whatnot, it's all being taken care of, and everything is live time too. So you can always go on the dashboard on our website, and you can see how much profits is being made and whatnot. And obviously everything has a stop loss set to it. So we're not going to overtrade something and risk taking a large loss. Stop losses are part of trading and whatnot. So yeah.
Yeah, no, it looks very good. I mean, together with the go ahead, Gary.
I'm just gonna jump in quick, bro. Thanks for coming, Bobby. And what I just wanted to kind of jump in and say as well is, that's how I met Bobby, through the Discord. He has a huge StockTwits account, and you should share your Discord in our main chat as well, Bobby. So everybody who's in here that's not following you on there can. with these fast projects, right, it's super important that you have somebody that actually understands technical information with trading, right? So if you go back into Bobby's Discord, you can kind of see through all of his like major posts that he's done in the past. You can see there's like a lot of money being made in there. And that's where I've been hanging out for a while. You know, that's where I met Bobby. So, you know, if he's making money in there, it translates back over into these projects with these altcoins and stuff like that. Yeah, there's a lot of people are losing money on the stuff in these BSC projects and stuff like that. You know, we're dealing with a lot of like meme tokens or shitcoins, right? But when these guys start implementing like the more professional stuff into the fast type projects, you know, that's where you're going to see some money being made. Like, you know, like some other people on our team, you know, Justin's not in here. One other legacy guy, Justin. You know, it's a bear market right now, and he's always posting in our private group bragging about his wins on KuCoin, trading the technicals up and down. So, you know, even though we're in a bad market, it's these guys that are making money on stuff like this. So it's a good thing to pay attention to and check out what these guys got going on.
Yeah, eventually we want to, you know, obviously also start implementing a way where, you know, on a consistent basis, we're kind of breaking down what kind of trades we're doing, so people can kind of get an idea on what we're doing and kind of learn from it and just kind of do your own thing. Because in my opinion, relying on just, you know, meme coins, it's not really gonna do you well. Yeah, I mean, you'll find few, you know, that end up making some crazy money, but the odds of you buying into almost every single altcoin thinking is gonna 100x or whatever are very slim. So, you know, it's a lot safer route to, you know, understand how trading really works outside of altcoins, because that's where the big money is, right? Because once you've made enough funds, you can start being a lot more reasonable with the way you're trading, and you don't need to look for everything that's 100xing, 200xing, right? Like 20% gain, 30% gain, that is more than enough for you to, you know, take your money out and now move on to the next play and whatnot. And I mean, that's what stocks in general is, or even larger cryptos, right? You're not buying something for the intention of holding it for 3,000%, right? You're not diamond holding everything. Like, you're down 30% now, and you're like, oh no, it'll run 3,000% from here, type of thing. Next thing you know, you're down 90%, right? So, fundamentals and technicals are very important, and that's kind of one of the main purposes of our project, is to kind of help people understand how trading really does work. Because I feel like BSC kind of has created a mindset in many people's brains that you just diamond hold everything and it'll 500x and you're rich, right? I mean, that's not really how trading works. People may make it seem like that, but in the reality is that's not really how it is. But, you know, as a fast project of our grows more and more, you know, we'll keep doing buybacks, make the chart grow more. But ideally, just by holding Genyen, as the chart grows more and more, you're making, you know, your personal investment into Genyen is going to grow as well, right? So it's kind of a win-win situation for everyone. You know, even if you're an amateur trying to learn trading, you can make money by just holding Genyen as the chart continues to grow, and then you can kind of learn trading as a whole as we kind of dissect the trades that we do and whatnot.
And Bobby, something that I love about this project is that I'm good at what I do as far as providing services and, you know, working with Legacy Capital, but I am terrible at trading. I just suck at it. Like, I either sell too soon or hold it for too long, like every single time. So it's good to have something like this where I can just be, you know, put my money here and just forget about it and be like, okay, these guys are, you know what they're doing. They're gonna, you know, do their due diligence. They're gonna watch the market for me. I don't have to be worried about it. I'll just drop my money in there and kind of chill while you guys do the hard work, basically. So that's kind of, summarizing. That's kind of what you do, right?
Yeah, it's just trying to create a safe place for people who are kind of struggling in the current market. whether if you're trying to learn the trade or just altcoins in general. I know they've been really tough lately, so just trying to create a kind of a safety net project for anyone to kind of park your money in here and just kind of, I guess, you buy and kind of forget about it type of thing.
And I'm just wondering, the decision to buy or sell, is it between the team members? Is it a vote? How does that work? Is it just you guys will decide what to do?
Yeah, so it's between the team. You know, we have, every single day we'll kind of go through what setups are looking good, and depending on that, we'll buy and sell or whatnot. You know, if we have the intentions of scalping a play, then we'll obviously, you know, scalp it for like 5% gains. But if we see the tension, if we're trading something with the intentions of holding it, obviously with the market kind of bottomed out right now, you know, there's a good amount of options out there where you kind of park your money there and kind of check back after 3 weeks or so and hope to be up about 40 or 50% or so. So it's all discussed within the team, but we're obviously making it live for everyone, you know, publicly live for people to see at all times. So if we invest in something, you'll know what we invested in, and you can kind of learn through there. But we definitely do want to integrate some way where on a consistent basis, we're kind of dissecting every single thing we're doing, so you can kind of, so I guess people could kind of follow along as well if they feel the need to independently trade too.
So it'll be kind of a real time, like, okay, we're making this decision, we're gonna be buying, or maybe after you do the purchase, you kind of show on the dashboard, and so people can see like what the investments look like and that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah, I think later down the road we'll try to implement something like that, so where it's like live time, where you can see when something was bought or sold or whatnot. But you know, as of right now, we do have the dashboard on our site, which you can go through. Yeah, and that literally tells you exactly how much is in the wallet, how much in profits we're in, and I think as we speak, we have made quite a bit more into our fast wallet, which will be updated into the chart. So, you know, I mean, for us to already be up close to 10K within 3 days of launches, if you know, kind of do the math and we continue to grow, you know, at one point it'll get to a point where our wallet is up 30, 50K, and you can kind of imagine 3-5% gains with larger quantity of money being put into investments. The rewards in return will be a lot larger, right? So, and that'll be about right back into the chart. And so, yeah, I mean, the entire point of this project is to kind of focus more on the long-term growth rather than, you know, just get a quick pump and, you know, celebrate it and now we're done with the project. It's more so, you know, you can come back to it a month from now and you're like, you know, this chart legitimately is growing on a very healthy basis.
I gotta say, the website looks great. The whole black, it just looks very, very clean. And I can see here have the monthly gains.
I believe he's in here. Yeah, Element. He's the one who does all of our graphics and banners and all that stuff. So he did a really good job on the website. He made it seem as professional as he could. So kind of, I mean, that's kind of the whole point of our project, right? We don't want to be known as a meme project or even just an altcoin, right? We kind of want to really stand out and get as large as we can and get as many eyes on us as we can. So, you know, really trying to focus on the professionalism rather than just a meme coin, altcoin type of persona.
I see. Yeah, I mean, I think these kinds of projects where you're investing part of the capital from taxes, the best way to go about it is to go, you know, slow and make sure that people understand that, you know, the gains are just going to become like greater and greater to time, as you were mentioning. It's a different mindset than what people are used to in crypto, but I really do see potential, especially in a bear market that nobody knows what they're doing. And honestly, I've been in crypto for a little over a year and a half now, and probably I'd say the people that I met a year ago, probably 95% are no longer in crypto because they just lost money and moved on. So I mean, a lot of people brag about crypto and have success story. We listen, we hear about the success stories about a few people, but the vast majority, if you're trading, especially the altcoins and meme coins, a lot of people lose money. So this is a great, great way to kind of invest, be in it, and not have to worry about the what to do, what to buy, when to sell, when to buy, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's the point I was trying to make earlier. Is this, I don't want people to get in the mindset of, you just invest everything in one project and you come out as a millionaire. Yeah, there are a few who have done it, but even them, if you ask them how trading works, they probably won't know what they're saying, right? Because, I mean, there's always luck involved. I mean, I've been part of projects which ran 100x, 200x, whatnot a few times, but that doesn't mean every single project is going to do that, right? But whereas if you're really trading, you have to understand that 30% gain is a very good amount. 10% gain is a very good amount, right? So you just kind of trade and you kind of move on to the next thing and whatnot. So that's what stocks trading, crypto trading is. It's you're minimizing your gains and you're trying to maximize, or you're minimizing your losses and trying to maximize your gains on a consistent basis. That's all it is. It's just consistency, right? 10% gains every single day, while trying to minimize your losses as much as you can. In a few months or so, you'll see a very substantial growth in your portfolio, rather than trying to risk everything and look for a life-changing project every single day. And next thing you know, now you're down from, let's say, $10,000 to $100 in your portfolio within a week.
Oh yeah, 100%. You'll just get eaten up by the scams. The worst is the scams, right? Because it's not even a question of like, oh no, the price fell. No, you literally lost every single dime you put in it because they scammed you out of your money. So, I mean, it's tough. It's really tough. You have to know who you're buying, who the team is, and I'm sure you guys will be doing all this due diligence and understanding what you're buying and who the team is and all that kind of stuff.
Yep. Exactly. So that's why that felt like with the market being down, fast was the perfect concept. And to be honest, I'm pretty sure fast is going to become a trend very soon. I won't be surprised if people start doing these again. I just feel like it's a no-brainer at this point.
And just for the people that are not familiar with the term, can you explain what fast is?
Finance or farming as a service. So whereas for us, it's financing as a service, which pretty much is community portfolio, and then trading through that, and then the investments go right back into the chart. So that's pretty much what it is. I guess kind of like in a sense, kind of like it's pretty much like a fund, right? I mean, that's.
Yeah, you're basically running your hedge fund pretty much. But
yeah, I mean that's kind of what it is pretty much. But you're just doing it with altcoins in a way. But it's a community portfolio. There's full transparency all the time, so people understand what they're holding, what the team is doing, and whatnot. And like I said, we do want to partner up with projects in the near future. But those take a lot more due diligence, just because altcoins can be very risky, but at the same time they can be highly rewarding. So it's all about quality over quantity with altcoins. So we're definitely looking into projects that we would want to partner up with, and obviously gains on those will be massive, just because of how quickly altcoins can move. But yeah, it's trying to really minimize risk for everyone, and hopefully just people feel safe holding something overnight, where you're not going to sleep and then waking up the next day and now you're like, well, there goes my money, on to the next
Yeah, me personally, I wouldn't start doing the buybacks with the treasury until you're like at least $100,000 in the treasury, because that way you're, if you're making 10%, that's already $10,000, and you're moving at a different pace, right? Instead of just doing the
Yeah,
buybacks kind
yeah,
of every day or since the first day, you gotta grow some fat there before you start messing with buybacks. That's my opinion, anyways. I don't know what you guys are planning on how you're going to handle the treasury, but
yeah. I mean, like the way our tokenomics are set up, which you'll go through very soon. It, the team or the dev, we're really not making any taxes towards us. It's all going towards the wallet, right? So the entire idea is we want the fast wallet to thicken up as quick as possible, right? So through volatility or as our market cap continues to grow, our fast will substantially keep growing as well, our wallet. And so we can start investing things with the larger quantity amount, and those will continuously bring larger profits back into the chart. So and we're constantly monitoring our LP as well, so it's always in a healthy spot where it's not too thick or too thin, just enough to it's pumpy somewhat, but also safe as well. So it's not very thin either, where any buyer or seller can absolutely just destroy the project or make or break the project. So we're constantly monitoring everything to make sure everyone is benefiting at all times without much risk involved.
cool. And I have a quick question just about tokenomics. I had the page here open. If you guys can look at the shared screen for a while, I just want to understand the way you guys put it here. 50% buy, 15% on the sell. It's going to go to the fund, and then in that fund, 35% treasury, 45% marketing, 10% operations, and 15% liquidity. Is it my understanding that basically it all goes into one single wallet, and then you guys kind of from that wallet you do these percentages yourselves? Is it automatic? How does that work? What can people expect?
I'll have the dev answer that. So he's asking to speak. He can break down every single thing.
Oh, there you go. Okay, I see him.
Yeah, cool.
All right, you're unmuted.
It goes to a secondary contract and then it's split up basically. So the 15 liquidity is already worked into the main token contract. The actual funds of BNB are then sent to a secondary contract and then they're split up. It's actually It's actually 55% marketing, 35% treasury, 10% operations on that front. But we have to factor in the fact that 15% of the overall taxes that are coming in are going to
the LP. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. No, I was just wondering if it's all automatic. So it is. It just goes into a secondary contract, and then from there it gets split up. That's awesome. That's
yeah, it automatically gets put into the 3 separate wallets.
Awesome.
And then the auto liquidity just goes into the contract.
Yeah, because I've seen a lot of projects that we do these percentages, and then it all goes onto one wallet, and it's just one big wallet, and people don't know where it's been spent or how it's being handled, and it just becomes a mess. It's great that you guys have like something automatic that can be tracked, and everybody can check.
Yeah, it's all transparency on our end, right? We just want everyone to be as organized as possible, and us being transparent with everyone as possible, right? Like I said, this project is meant to be a safety net for people in this market, right? Because I don't want someone to feel afraid of buying into something and not knowing what they're buying into, right? So we're constantly as transparent as possible. So the dev did everything needed to where anyone that's interested, there's definitely nerds out there who are more interested in the numbers and whatnot, the tokenomics. They can look into it as well, and they'll understand exactly what's happening and not be confused.
Of course,
organized in a very good in a good manner.
We'll get Justin to go have a look then. We have I have a question. Do you guys do a pre-sale, private sale, anything, fair launch? How did that work?
So our private sale was only 17 BNB. and then the pre-sale was only 60 BNB. We wanted to keep everything as low as possible because, and we did no marketing prior to our launch. So our pre-sale, private sale, they went very smoothly. I believe the moment we launched, I think it was within 10 seconds, we ended up going to 600K market cap, and we had initially launched on Pinksil. Our market cap, estimated market cap, was 58K. And just, I guess, without marketing, the word just spread out, and people wanted to buy in right away. But our dev did everything needed to, make sure all anti-bots, steps were taken and whatnot. And so, I think it literally was within 10 seconds we ran to 600K from like 58K market cap or something like that. But now we're starting to see that actual healthy growth. I believe we're back to like close to 450K now. So we're pretty close to all-time high again. But
yeah, it's kind of too bad I didn't know about this before, because I
want to get in early and feel and kind of actually experience seeing their money being multiplied. So no matter what market cap you buy at, you should still feel safe enough to buy in, not thinking you're buying at the top or something.
Yeah, I would have. This is the kind of project I like. This is the project I would definitely have. I would have bought this at pre-sale or even private sale for sure. But yeah, it's looking pretty good. You guys are almost back at the all-time high for sure. If you look at the shared screen, and I see you guys are also listed on CMC. That's a big achievement.
Yeah, we got that just yesterday, and then we also plan on obviously utilizing that CMC listing we got yesterday. Probably gonna do trending fairly shortly.
Yeah, trending. Trending works very, very well, especially if you have a project that's a little bit different from the usual APYs and meme coins. It goes a long way for sure if you bring in higher those.
Yeah, we're just trying to really be strict with our marketing. So any marketing we do is we're trying to make it as catered towards actual investors and to real buyers, not just hype it up as a meme coin and hope for a quick pump and dump. We're really taking every steps needed to market it in a way where people understand what this project really is and understand that it's a utility project and what FAST is all what it's all about. And so we'll go through trending most likely sometime today, and yeah, just go from there.
Yeah, no, definitely don't go for the pump and dump, because it's not what your project is about. You guys are about investment, and I'm sure you guys will be looking at 2 million, 5 million market cap in the short term. It's just keep going at it. Jared, did you want to say something? You try to speak, but
yeah, no, I just thought I'd like to add, it's good that you guys are reacting on the chart, right? Because that's when everybody sees that chart going up, it gets that FOMO for everybody to kind of get in and see what they're missing. I remember working on Banker's Dream, and that project, same thing as you guys, launched super small, pre-sale, low liquidity, and just launched, and people feel safe about that, right? Huge pre-sales equal huge dumps. So when you do these small pre-sales and kind of shake out the people that aren't interested in it anymore, it really grows quick. So it's good to see that you guys have taken the same kind of approach. And I remember Banker's Dream being at 75K, and then in a couple of weeks it was 10 million. It was insane. So these finance as a service projects are really, really good to get into. They're a good concept.
yeah, I'd be buying in for sure. I mean, I wanted to be in the private sale next time, perhaps. Anyways, let's go to questions. Does anybody have any questions? Oh, we didn't hear from Texas. Does Texas want to speak at all in the AMA? Say something, or are we just going to carry on to 2 questions, Bobby?
It's up to you guys. But I think anything that I had to explain should have been explained. Yeah, staking goes live on the 9th, and that's more. Staking is pretty much as an alternative to rewards and reflections. Because like I explained earlier, we didn't take the reflections route because for one, I just don't think they're really worth it. You're only making like maybe 0.03 BNB reflections, if anything. And that's with a chart sell-off, and I just don't think the trade-off is worth it. So what we decided was no reflections or rewards, straight buybacks into the chart with the profits that we make, and then offer staking for those who do, enjoy reflections and whatnot. So for independent traders that want to individually make their own money on the side passively, they can do staking, and that'll be available directly on our website, and that'll go live on the 9th. But other than that, there's really no other updates about the
I just have one quick question, just if you guys might have changed the course of action midway here, but here on the light paper, I see earn with rewards. 3% of every buy and sell holders of GYEN will earn the value back to reflections. So this is no longer applied, and you guys kind of changed directions a little bit on strategy.
I mean, as far as I know, that's what I explained should be it, unless
That's not applied anymore. It needs to be resolved in the white paper still.
Okay.
No, all good, all good. Just making sure, because people will be looking to your white paper and they might have you might get confused. So I just want to make it clear that this is no longer valid. And we go.
I'm glad you caught it, so we can have it fixed now. So
cool. Just in case somebody's digging into it and gets confused from what was said. So let's move on to questions. I see Mazi has a question, has her hand raised. Mazi Mike, you have been unmuted if you want to ask your question.
Hey guys, how are you guys doing?
All good, all good.
Okay, cool. I had two quick questions. Thanks so much, Brian, for the screen share. I was trying to navigate through the website, and for some reason, I think it's my phone. Some of the links were not opening, but it's all good. I was able to read through while you did the screen share, so I appreciate that. But I just peeped through the Telegram group, and I see that you guys created a separate groups for, you call the whale group. I'm not quite sure of the name now, and that's for people who hold 0.5 of the total supply. Am I correct? I just wanted to understand why that was done, and if they would have any say in the sort of investments that you guys do. And my second question was, these investments, are you just going to restrict it to the BSC chain, or you're trying to go Ethereum and other chains available wherever you can find the gems and the X's?
Yeah. So for your first question, the Ville group, that was just created within the community. So no one from the actual team is running it. I think it's just a community thing that, I guess if you want to meet other larger holders to the community, you can do it. But it's not something that's being run by the team, if that makes sense, right? So, I'm not gonna go into the Ville group or whatever that the community has made and talk plans with them or whatnot, right? It's just a community thing that they just decided to make, which is fine. It's just communities getting together and whatnot. But in regards to your second question, yeah, we're definitely going to be looking into BSC projects. Like I said, so altcoin projects are going to be looked into, but as I explained earlier, they're a lot. The risk to reward ratio is really high on those. So we will do partnerships with any project that we feel is worth it, but we're not going to force an investment into an altcoin BSC project until we really get to talk to the team, understand what the project is about, and whatnot. So we don't want to buy into something which ends up getting rugged and then there goes the investment, right? So we treat the community portfolio very, very seriously. So we're not going to just invest into a random BSC project without doing due diligence first.
All right, cool.
I understand. With the whale group, just like you rightly mentioned, it's not something. I'm sorry. Can I speak a bit?
Yeah. Sorry, Mazi. I think my connection was a little bit slow. Go for it.
Okay, so I was saying, with the whale group, you guys are not, controlling anything on there, and it's very easy for someone to just come up with Fords, and then they are holding large amounts of token. It's just me being careful, by the way. It's not like we're envisaging such situations, but you have to always look in there and see what's going on. I don't know, it's a community initiative. Maybe a mod should be there. But for the projects that you guys will be partnering with to invest, are you looking to do AMAs with them in the community so the community members are aware, and give us a sense of how exactly it's going to work? So you buy their tokens and then hold for how long? Because I'm trying to figure out what the benefit will be for them when you pull out those funds in order to do buybacks for your own project. So I don't know. It's just the concerns that are coming up as I listen.
Yeah, so I can give you some examples from past fast projects I've been a part of. So what usually happens is, let's say if it's a fast project, they'll come to an agreement with another project that they want to partner up with, and both parties have agreed to freedom of trading. So the fast that has invested into the project, maybe they have a 2-week limit or 3-week limit or whatever the agreement is. You're always going to have the freedom to trade and pull out your profits whenever needed. Typically, projects that want to partner up with fast projects, they have the benefit of getting a large investment from a fast project, right? Because obviously our job is to invest in a project, so they get the initial investment through us, and they get more exposure, or we get more exposure, and then through that should carry on more growth amongst the project. And then whatever the agreement is, you have the freedom of trading to pull out profits whenever needed. But typically that's how altcoin partnerships work. But that's why I said we're not just gonna buy into any altcoin. It's a very long, lengthy process. You have to really do due diligence, have a full party agreement with both sides, so everyone's on the same page, and you always have the freedom of trading whenever you feel you've made sufficient profits. Or maybe the agreement might be you can only sell a certain amount at a time, or something like that. But there's always an agreement where both parties are benefiting, if that kind of helps answer your question. And also max wallet is 2%, which at this point I don't think anyone is even close to 2%. I think the highest wallet holder right now is like maybe 0.6. So I don't even think anyone holds 1% of a wallet yet. So there's really no one that has I mean, you're more than welcome to hold a 2% wallet. But at this moment, I don't think anyone is even holding 1%.
Thanks for the
and that's and also as Bobby pointed out, it's just free market, right? There's no way, even if people want to kind of get together in a group and discuss the bigger wallets, if they can find each other, they can form a group. You can't really control that. There's no way for them to police that or do anything about it, to be honest.
Yeah,
it's just
but that's the beauty of fast, right? Like, as we constantly keep spinning up profits and whatnot, it'll get to a point where, like, once our wallet is thick enough, let's say 50K or 100K, there's really not much jittery you can do on a project that's constantly spitting up profits on a daily basis and buying back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So where as gradually, that's kind of the goal. Like, we want to get to a point where our wallet is fat enough to to the point where it's genuinely very safe. I mean, even now, for just not even 3 days old. Yeah, we're not even 3 days old because we launched at 5:15 Eastern time p.m. We're almost close to 10,000, and well, if we do a buyback now, like a 4 BNB buyback of profits, that's more than enough to bring a solid green candle back into the chart. So that's kind of the whole concept of fast is it's the short-term, mid-term, and long-term growth involved in it, right? So it's not.
I'm actually pretty impressed though. You've been live for 3 days and you got 2,843 holders already. That's massive. That's a very, very big. It's a lot for a project that's 3 days old. And as you were pointing out earlier, yeah, the highest wallet is only 0.71%. So yeah, there you go. There's no big whale and no, it's going to dump the chart or anything. It's pretty spread out, which is very, very cool. It's safer for investors this way for sure.
Sure. Thanks, guys, for the opportunity. Just like Brian, I wished this had come in a bit earlier. I got in early on the private or even the pre-sale. But there's never a bad time to get in on a good investment. So I appreciate you guys for the time and the effort so far. Cheers, guys.
Yeah, no problem. If you have any other questions, you can feel free to reach out to me or anyone else. But that's kind of the whole point of the AMA, right? Like, I don't want someone to feel like they're left out if they didn't get into pre-sale, private sale, because I mean, that's kind of the point of the AMA, is to kind of help people understand what the project is about. So if you feel confident enough and comfortable enough to buy into it, you should have the confidence that we still have a long way to go from here. Like Banker's Dream, for example, I worked with them since pre-sale. Moonrock, I worked with them since pre-sale. Banker's Dream ended up doing 15 million, I believe. And Moonrock, I think they did like 40 mil or 50 mil, I believe. So
53 mil.
Yeah, Moonrock was good. I bought Moonrock and I, as always, sold a little bit early. I think I sold it like 3 million or something like that.
There is a lot.
With our current market cap,
yeah. Oh, sorry. I was gonna say there's a lot of upset people in this Legacy Capital Lounge about Moonrock. Because everybody sold, so many people sold their bags at 2 million, 3 million, and then it went to 50 million 3 days later. So,
yeah, I mean, that's the thing with fast projects, man. Jerry has worked on both of them with me, and we understand how, these things have potential, man. Like Moonrock and Banker's Dream, they both took off a month after launch. Like they were gradually growing, and then after a month, they were just spitting out gains like crazy. And they were doing it towards the peak of the market, right? So I believe most of their community portfolio didn't even really do much benefit towards them because, like I said, they kind of did it towards the peak, right? So there's really not much room for investing when everything's at the peak, because obviously we kind of saw how big of a correction we just got in the market. But now, in my opinion, is a better time than even Moonrock and Banker's Dream were, because I'm not trying to compete with them or anything like that. They were both very successful projects and still are. But for a fast project, I believe now is the perfect time, because the room for a correction from here is not that large. And let's say if the market reverses from here, literally any investment you're making is going to multiply, right? So, technically you are only going up if we theoretically reverse from here, rather than buying something at the top and then the market just completely tanks. So, we were very picky with when we wanted to start this fast project, because we wanted to do this for quite a bit. Just wanted to first make sure the timing was right, so we didn't want to do it a month, last month or 2 months ago. We wanted to first kind of see some healthy bottomed out market before we did this, and we believe now is kind of the right time to start buying into stuff.
Yeah, and if I could add to that too, like these tokens that are out here that don't like last super long or anything like that, whatever, there's might be, every token has a different utility. There's nothing bad with it, you know, for meme tokens, because that's what people want. Short-term gains, whatever happens, happens. They made some money on it. But like utility projects, I feel the best time to start a utility project is in the most bearish terms of the market, because you're just going to go up with the market. It's the best time to get in. That chart's just it's gonna look like a hockey stick. You know what I mean? It's just going to shoot right up as the market goes up.
Yeah, so it's not even just the fast profits coming in. It's as BNB goes up as well. I mean, we're a BC chain project. Value of BNB goes up, the chart automatically will continue to grow as well. So it's kind of like overall win-win-win for everyone.
Absolutely.
All right, guys. Does anybody have any more questions? Should we, if we don't have any more questions, maybe we can start wrapping up.
Has a question, raising his hand.
Where is he? Sorry, who'd you say?
Sapphire. I just unmuted him.
Oh, there you go. Okay. The floor is yours, Sapphire. Go ahead.
Yo, my bad. I don't really have a question.
Oh, okay. All good. Bobby, do you want to make any closing remarks before we finish the AMA? Or I think we've covered, right?
Yeah, I think we've covered everything. Feel free to full port if you want. I'm kidding. Yeah, I think we've covered everything. But if you still have questions, feel free to ask.
Oh, actually, I forgot about you guys have a giveaway, don't you? I wasn't sure. I think Jerry mentioned something.
Yeah. Texas is probably gonna take care of that. Well, I think Jerry technically is because it's through his channel, so he can let me know, and then Texas will go from there. Then.
Do you have any preference or how many winners? You know, 4 people, one person that gets the whole 200. How do you want to? Do you have any preference, or should we just do it? And
I believe Texas and Jerry have talked it out, so whatever they came up with, we can do. I didn't really discuss it too much.
Sounds good. We'll announce it after the meeting. All right, guys.
Yeah, what we'll do, guys, is Bruno just take a screenshot right now. Everybody's here in the end, and we'll just put the names in a randomizer and pick a couple winners.
You got a pissed off kid that wants attention.
Better get that kid.
Oh, I love it. About to have mine. Oh boy, which
mine's home for summer, so he's been following me around like a shadow all day.
Oh yeah, school's out. Hey? Everybody's
got
their kids at home. All right, I'm just gonna finish the AMA, and then we can, if you guys want to just chat, we'll stay behind. Thanks everybody for coming to the AMA. Another great project from Legacy Capital Boardroom. I do hope you guys invest in this one. I have high hopes. Considering what happened to Banker's Dream and to Moonrock, this has great potential. All right. See you guys the next time, and we are out.